Hey guys! Hello everyone! So first, I need to ask, is the sound okay? If anyone's here, if you guys can tell me if you hear me correctly and not double, because I know last time we had issues. So... Sounds good. Okay, cool. And can you also hear the music? Okay, let me know if you were able to hear that. And yeah, okay, cool. Then I guess we can start. So the first link I received was wrong, like wasn't working. So we'll go straight to the second person, which seems to be a tropical house. That'll be good for waking up. All right, let's go. FL Mobile again. Insane. Woo. FL Mobile, I mean... I mean, honestly, it sounds really good, and it's FL Mobile. Like, that's what you need to think about as well. This guy is insane. This is already there. Like, that shows that it's not about the gear. Like, it's so good. Like, FL Mobile, it's insane. I had a couple things. Yeah, overall, it sounds really good. You have all this good atmosphere, the ambience. Like, you know, you're in that chill tropical house. It's really cool. I noticed though a little bit of low-end rumble here and there, especially in the cinematic orchestral drums that you have in, like, I think around the middle. So I would clean that. Also, I think the build-up could be a little bit better in terms of, I didn't feel the impact of the drop. So I think if you cut a bit more before the drop, have a bit more intense snare roll and fills, I think you'll have a better impact when the drop comes in. So I think that will help. And as well, a thing is the plucky lead melody sounds really good, but it's a bit repetitive. So what you could do in the build-up is to change it. Like, either you change the leads a little bit, or you just don't use all the layers that you have in the drop. Like, you only use like some of them in the build-up, or you can filter them. Classic build-up trick, but something that kind of like makes the build-up and the drop lead sounds a bit different and not too repetitive. And who knows my name like that? Well, I guess that's it. What? Larsa, who are you? Who is that? And yes, What? How is that person knowing my name? Anyway, yes, the live will be replayed, so don't worry if yours... but I saw yours already in the... So I don't think it'll be too long. But yeah. Wow, you made this in 30 minutes. You saw it in Instagram. What? Anyway. Anyway, yeah, insane first track, so let's continue. Cool, we have Patrick now. That was a great first track. Like, I hope you finish it and release it. All right. No worries. You guys, you 18 of you will now know my name. That's okay. Anyway, this one is a fun one. I think it has a lot of potential. It's kind of reminding me like how is it called, like color bass or something like this. But that's where I think it needs a lot more bass, because you have all the other frequencies, but I didn't really hear some bass, and I think you could play with the bass to have a way more interesting dynamic rhythm, which I think will add a lot to this track. Also, the synth at the beginning is really cool, a bit repetitive to my taste, so I would try and break that up a little bit. But also it has a lot of white noise, which is good to have, but I would definitely reduce it a little bit, because I think it's a bit too much hearable at the moment. I think as well what will help a lot is to have a lot more ear candy, like little effects and things that you can add here and there in between the bass, in between the melodies, the chords and all this, to make it more like fun. That's how I call all those type of genre. And also, some of your drums, like claps, snaps and stuff like this, they were too much on the sides. It's good to have some of them on the sides and use panning, but these ones I could barely hear. They were like way too on the sides, so I would bring some back. And also I think they were a bit dry, and maybe the volume a little bit back up, and yeah. All right. Yeah, true, but that's okay. It's okay, you guys can know my name, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, let's continue. Oh, we have Zodiac next. Yeah, thank you for submitting. That sounds good. Yeah, in the build up with the kick and the snare roll, I feel like I'm hearing a lot of sub frequencies, which is I think a bit too much because it kind of make it sound muffled. Maybe it's just my headphones, I don't know, but maybe something to check. Yeah, right now the only thing is I feel like the leads could be popping out from the mix a little bit more because they kind of feel back in the mix, whereas it should really be like with the kick the main element. So, you know, a bit of saturation, a bit more volume up, and you should be good. But otherwise, it's really cool, it's super clean. I have nothing to say. Yeah, it's really, really cool. This is a good one. This is a good one. Welcome back, PLE. Thank you. I'm still not fully back on Instagram, but YouTube, I'm still here. There's a new video tomorrow, by the way, so I'm not gone. Okay. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go for the fifth one. Yeah, we haven't started since long. It's like 12 minutes. Let's go. Progression of a song. Like Skyfall Stars. Yes, that's this one. I just don't remember the artist. That's this one. It's exactly the same chord progression. Yeah, so I think it's a great start, but the piano is really nice. It has that dense piano thing, which is nice, but it's really repetitive. I think what you can do is between different parts like verses, pre-chorus, chorus, because I think that's more where you're going for here. Try to change the chord progression so it's not so repetitive. That's really a trick that will take your song from to an advanced chord progression, which is really, really good. So I think it'll really help here. I think some of the drums as well could come up a bit in the mix. They were quite quiet, except the kick. I think the kick was good, except it needs a bit more top end. It was a bit too much bass sub frequencies. But yeah, I think that's it. I really like the ARP as well that you have. I think you might need to add a bit more instruments. Sorry for the camera, it'll come back. There you go. I don't know why it does this. But yeah, I think adding a little bit more instruments as well, like, I don't know, guitars, synths, pads, organs, whatever you want. But so that, every 16 bars, add something new so that it doesn't sound as repetitive, and you can kind of alternate with the pianos that you have as well, which is, again, quite repetitive. And yeah, this way you can play a bit more with the arrangement. And this way you will have more of a progression in your song from intro to outro. So yeah. Next. All right.
Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Jack Sparrow.
Well, it's 8 a.m. for me right now, but I'm awake now. This woke me up. No, this is cool. I'm just gonna hear the second break because he was saying he doesn't know if it's well mixed.
I can spit at me. You may kill me, but you may never insult me. Welcome to the Caribbean,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much what I had already written. I mean, it's super cool. It's dope. The only thing that I found is, for example, in the middle, the vocals, the little vocals like Captain Jack Sparrow or something like this, they're quite drowned. So I don't know if it's the volume or too much reverb, because I also feel like everything has a lot of reverb. So I would have tuned that down a little bit, so it feels a bit less drowned overall. But, you know, it's really cool. But yeah, I would have tuned that down, and yeah, the little vocals here and there could pop more, because I feel like it would really make them stand out. So yeah, exactly, make them stand out a bit more. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, it's super cool. I get chills again. Yeah. All right. Oh, Carl, that's your turn. I think you're here. Yeah, I have nothing to say. If it's not signed yet, sign it. Seriously, no, I have nothing to say. The mix was awesome. Yeah, nothing to say. Yeah, honestly, the only thing is send it to labels. Send it to labels. It's awesome. There's all the ear candy you need. It's not repetitive. It has different parts in the song, good arrangement, good mixing. I have nothing to say. And obviously no one else has anything to say either, so yeah. Yeah, Phil Q would be a good one. Stamped, why not? You never know. Okay, Insat Niru. Okay, so the first thing is over here, this part here, I think the drums can definitely all push back up the volume of them in the mix, because they're barely hearable, and that'll help your build up kind of build more the tension before the drop. Yes, missing a lot of bass and sub. You have the other frequencies, but it needs a lot of bass and sub. Which this will help, with the power of your track. The kick as well is a little bit weak, so you can have, bit more punch, but that's fine. And yeah, the lead sound design I think is quite simple. I think you can add a bit more interestingness to the lead sound design, probably adding a bit more layers as well. And I think overall the melody is a bit repetitive. So I don't know, maybe like go to the next octave, like change octave after for the second part of the drop, or make it like a 8-16 bar loop. But that's it. What's happening? Yeah. Yeah, automations, yeah. Yeah, it needs also a little bit more ear candy. Like, I don't know if you heard the track just before, but it has like a lot of ear candy going here and there, because you have like some breaks as well in between your chords, in between your melody. So all those effects and ear candy will help as well, make it more interesting. But yeah, it's as you say, it's an idea. So yeah, continue developing it. Hopefully this helps you. Yeah. Next. All right. Next. The drop was really cool. But it's funny, it felt different from the breakdown in terms of the mix. But yeah, I don't know, it felt like the drop sounds really full, but the breakdown build-up feels a bit empty. So I think if you add like ambiances, atmospheres, maybe more pads or anything like that to kind of fill up the frequency spectrum, it'll maybe help. Your kick needs top end so that it cut through the mix a little bit better. And I think in the drop you can have as well a bit more drums, like some loops and percussions and stuff, especially in the second part. I think that'll also help. Oh yeah, and the leads I think can use a little bit of saturation so that they pop a little bit more through the mix. But otherwise here... Here it becomes empty a little bit, a bit too much, because you want to raise the tension. So yeah, I would keep adding that. Yeah. All right. Next. I can't. Oh, Bokeh, I think I saw you here. So I don't have the authorization, so yeah. Sorry. If you're on the Discord, send it on Discord. Yeah, with Drive, it's like when you copy the link, you need to like hit like right click and I think make it like visible with anyone with the link. I think there's like a parameter like this to do. So yeah. Illinois, that'll be you then. But yeah, if you're on the Discord, Bokeh, send it on the Discord and I'll take a listen after. Yeah. Let's go.
Baby, I've been thinking about you always. Dreaming about our love from the first day. Now I'm trying to say what's on my mind tonight. Baby, I've been thinking about you. Baby, I've been thinking about you. Baby, I've been
See. Yeah, see here at the end. Where was it? Anyway, yeah, the vocals need to stand out because right now they're a bit drowned, so I can't really hear them. They're not popping in the mix. So yeah, just do that. And the kick as well, it's barely hearable. Yeah, here it doesn't pop enough. I think you need more top end. Oh yeah, that's here. Here in the low break, I would remove the bass and put it back. Because otherwise it's really repetitive, so if you cut it just a little bit then put it back, it kind of helps with the dynamic contrast in the song. So I think this could be fun here. And I think you can add a lot of ear candy as well here and there to make it like a bit more interesting and less repetitive. Otherwise, sounds good. The only thing I'd be careful in the beginning as well, like it starts like almost instantly, like I almost feel like I missed the beginning of the song, so have like just like a little second or something, just like a little bar or just something just before. The bass is fun. Yeah, that's it for me. Oh boy, 30. Stop. Sorry, I'll do my best to go through as much as I can in 2 hours, but I just have 2 hours. So I'm gonna stop it for now. Let's see, 12. Oh, B3RZ, that's you. Why not?
The birds have left the trees. The light pours onto me. I could feel you lying there on your own.
Are you singing?
We got here the hard way. All those words that we exchange. Is it any wonder things can go?
It's beautiful.
'Cause in my heart and in my head, I'll never take back the things I said. So high and bold, I feel it coming down. She said, in my heart and in my head, tell me why this has to end. Oh no, oh no.
was not expecting that drop, and it's really cool. It's like a mix between future bass and pop almost. I thought it was gonna go pop, to be honest. Like, yeah, it's really cool, really cool. It was a good surprise, and I think that's a great thing to have, actually. In the drop, though, I think your kick is a bit too, like, muffled sub-frequencies, if I can say. So I would add a little bit more of that mid-top end, so that it cut through a bit more through the mix. And, oh yeah, the guitar is beautiful. Guitar is really beautiful. I don't know... Anyway, we don't really care if it's recorded or samples, but I think usually when the guitars, how do you say, compete a little bit with the vocals in the mix, I like to duplicate the guitar, and you put one on the left, one on the right, but you offset them a little bit, like it's not exactly the same, like it doesn't start at the exact same time on the timeline, like on your playlist in the DAW, but like just from like a millisecond, just so that you can actually hear that they're more on the side, and it'll give them space in the mix so that they stand out a bit more, because they're really beautiful, but I felt like I wasn't hearing them enough. So I think you could maybe try this and see if it works better. I would also, I think it's a bit, yeah, it's like a minute 30 before going to the drop. So I'd say, like I was expecting a little bit of drums to come up a bit earlier than just the drop and just like a snare roll in the build-up. So I would add some type of drums here and there to kind of like, you know, keep adding things as you progress the song, because otherwise the listener is gonna get bored of it. You know, always like add something new every 8 bars minimum. And oh yeah, overall as well, I felt like you could reduce a little bit the reverb on the vocals. I felt like there was a lot, but like just a tiny bit. And in the snare roll as well on your build-up, same, it felt way too drowned because there was a lot of reverb on it. So I think if you have the snare roll a bit more present in the mix, it'll help with getting this impact at the drop. And yeah, that's all I have for it. It's really cool. It's a really interesting style. I liked it. Okay. H laser, got it. Okay, Naki. Ooh, Naki Mine and Brownie. All right. All right. Wow, those vocals are nice. Cool. That's interesting. Ooh, nice. Ooh, I love that. That little water snap. Amazing. Nice, which is not in the first, so this is really cool to have this new thing here. Anyway, I'll focus on the first half. So here, I don't really know if that little piano intro is necessary, to be honest. I don't know, what do you think in the chat? Like, I would start here, the song. Here. I don't know what you guys think, but I feel like, I don't know, I felt like this was off compared to the rest in terms of the ambience. It felt dry as well compared to the rest. So I don't know, I would definitely start the song here, because it feels like this is a bit unnecessary. But yeah, I don't know, I would definitely start here, straight to the intro, you know. Yeah, you guys agree? Okay, cool. I feel better. Yeah, so yeah, definitely cut that little part. I really don't think it's necessary. I think it's more confusing for the listener. So yeah, start here. Let's do the drop first. You need more bass. And my headphones are like bass heavy. So if I don't hear it too much, that probably means there's not enough at all. So I would probably push the bass a little bit. Also, the melody is like okay, but I feel like it misses some storytelling. Like, I don't hear a story in the melody. So yeah, I think that you could improve some notes and make it more of a story in the melody, like so that it follows, like the patterns follow each other a bit better. That's how best I can explain it, I guess. Also, yeah, there's a huge, but I mean, I guess, which stage was it? Mixing, mastering, okay, cool. So yeah, as you can see as well in the sound wave, there's a way too much difference in the volume compared to the breakdown build up to the drop. Like, it's always nice to have a drop a bit more powerful, a bit more volume, but like 1.5 dB difference, not more than that. Like right now it's way too much, so it stands out. So yeah, fix this in the mixing. And oh yeah, the kick, where was it, the kick? Yeah, I feel like here the kick is a bit weak, so you need a bit more punch. And here it's fine, but it's in the breakdown. Yeah, that's it for me. Really cool, really cool. I'll be listening to that one. Oh, Larza, who knows my name? It's your turn. Also, what's your name on Instagram? Is it the same, or please let me know. Was it off? Is it me, or these notes here are getting off key? Might be me, but yeah, it's off key, right? Yeah, there's a couple notes that gets off. I mean, for me, it sounds. It would take me off the song. If I listen to this and I'd be like, what is it? You know, like it gets my attention too much. So maybe fix that. I don't know. Otherwise, it needs bass. I don't really hear bass. It has a lot of power and all this. It's full, but I don't really hear bass. So yeah. It's like those here, like this end of melody. So yeah, the melody, the bass. Yeah. Let's see after. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. It should be like gritty, like really powerful. Yeah. No. The melody is off key. Like the leads is off key. and the bass needs more power, like it needs to be more gritty, more aggressive. Those are nice. It's really cool though. This part is nice to have this one. Like the Do you have brass stabs? Brass stabs? Like, if you have them, make them more. It's already signed. See? Anyway. If it's signed, you don't need feedback. Like. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. Next. Oh, Nadav, it's your turn.
You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Don't need no one. That's no good for me. You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Don't need no one. That's no good for me. You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Don't need no one. That's no good for me. You're no good for me.
That's a lot of things.
Don't need no one. That's no good for me. You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Don't need no one. That's no good for me. You're no good for me. I don't need nobody. Don't need no one. That's no good for me.
Woo! Okay, so the one thing as a listener, you know, the one thing that kind of like caught my attention right now is all the time, all there, I was like really into it and all. And then here at the second part of the drop, I felt like the energy was dropping. So I feel like... I feel like here would be the moment to add maybe some chords here and there or something. But like something different, something new that makes the second part stand out a bit more. Because, I don't know, I was expecting, it's like just a listener feedback here. Also, the bass is really nice, but I think this time it's a bit too loud. So I would just tune it down a little bit. And it felt a bit repetitive, so maybe try and play with automations or, portamento, to make the bass a bit more interesting and have a bit more movement, because right now it was a bit like flat in the bass. And yeah, I think that was it for me. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for me. Really, really cool. Cricks. Creeks, are you here in the chat? but yeah, bye Larsa. Bye. Yeah, this seems like released. Like, Crix, is it released? Because like 19 days ago with the comments, is it released? Ooh, witch laser. Yeah, it's not private, and also, I'm sorry, but it says, like, at some point I need to draw the line. It's been a couple already. It says not released, you know, like, I don't believe in feedback after release. There's other producers that do. I want my feedback to be useful for you guys so that you can actually, you know, do the changes and all. So that's why I don't really accept, like, released here. So, sorry. Yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go to H-Laser. I don't know what this is, to be honest. Yeah, I can barely hear the vocals here. Needs to pop up. Same for the vocoder. Yeah, the vocoder right now is more confusing for me because I really can't tell what it says, at least just a little bit. So I would definitely pop it up through the mix a bit more and maybe tweak the vocoder so we understand a little bit more. Or recently I've been experimenting with it as well because I have a track where I use it. And I took a lot of reference tracks where they're actually using, like, they're mixing the vocoder under the vocals or like with the vocals so that you have a little bit of the vocals and the vocoder, which maybe would work better here, I don't know. Just ideas. I think this note, like, it's a bit repetitive because I heard it a lot. I think you could have more bass. I don't really hear it too much. I think you can definitely have more bass. I think that'll help as well. I think you could have the, like, FXs and drum loops, percussions and all this a bit more loud, like louder in the mix than you have right now, to have a bit more of those ear candies and all this and make it sound full. Yeah, otherwise that's it. That's Yeah. Yeah, see, like the piano, like the piano notes, like tee 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 tee, like they're here for pretty much the whole time. So it'd be nice to like break it up a little bit, just on like an arrangement point of view, viewpoint. But yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. Oh, there's Dorsha. That's you. I think you're here. This is really cool. It sounds really like the whole ambience, atmosphere, the vibe sounds so good. It's awesome. There's a lot of low end rumble though, so I would clean the chords. The chords are really beautiful, but I think that's them that are bringing a lot of low end elements. So clean that. Yeah, no worries. You're welcome. The chords here are a bit too powerful, too loud, which completely cancels the vocal chops. There's a lot of very low end as well, a lot of sub frequencies, but I don't really hear a bass, like mid bass, you know, a bit greedy. So I would add this as well. I think it'll help make the drop sounds a bit more full, because yeah, right now it feels a little bit empty in the frequencies, and I think that's why. But yeah, I think that's it. You did this on phone? I mean, if you did this on phone, like, it's insane. Like, that's crazy. Honestly, it's really really cool. Yeah, I mean, I actually say it every time, but I'll say it again. Like once you finish those songs and that you release them, like send them to me. I love hearing them once they're released, and yeah, I love hearing them. So please do. All right, next up. Ah. X3 and 5, I think you're in the chat as well. If you can send it on Discord, send it on Discord, and I'll take a listen. But yeah, sorry. Is there anything? Oh. Ooh. So beautiful. Yeah, the vibes are really good. Okay, so this part sounds really, really good. But the part where you have a bit more elements with the drums are really overpowering. Like you really need to turn them down and really be subtle, because like this is like a subtle, chill vibe song. So drums can't really overpower. And one thing I noticed as well is a lot of like sub low end rumble on the sides, especially. One thing I always do, it's either before or at the mastering stage, I always cut the low end, like everything under like 120, 100 hertz, I remove it from the sides, like with a side EQ. So I think this will help, but also clean all your chords and all this, like your bass and your sub as well. Make sure to EQ them properly. Oh yeah, and the guitar that comes in after as well, it's really nice, but it sounds messy right now because I feel like the file, I don't know if it's recorded or if it's a sample that you got, but it seems really messy. It has a lot of frequency, it's not clean, so try to clean that. Sometimes as well, like a clean amp as well really helps get this nice clean electric guitar that I think, with a lot of reverb, and this will fit a lot in this track. And yeah, but the vibes are amazing. Just keep going at it. It's really, really cool. Ooh, Javier. Been a while. Okay, that's short. The only thing is the vocal, like not the voices choir thing, but the actual man vocal needs to be a bit more up in the mix, like more volume into it. But yeah, continue. It's a fun one. It's like it's perfect in time for Halloween, actually. Okay, next up. Oh, come on. Now it's Google. Okay, looks. Ooh. The piano sounds so good. Yeah, in the chords I actually agree. A few notes sounds off. Hey Joey. It's cool. It has a lot of potential, but I think the mix here needs some work. Let me. The leads in the drop could have a bit more reverb, a bit more tail, you know. Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, I had to turn down so much the drop after the build up because it was so loud. So again, that's one thing to control, like control your dynamics. It's nice to have a more powerful, loud drop, but not as much, like reduce the difference a little bit. It's so annoying with Google Drive, you can't move as you want. So here it sounds really good. Here, as Senso was saying, a little respace or something would be nice. Now it's here. It's not bad. But yeah, like here already you can hear that the leads are getting way louder in the build-up than they should be. And then the drop is like super loud, so try and reduce that difference. Here the leads could be a bit better mixed in the build-up. The kick is very... I don't know about the sample of the kick. I think I would change it for something a bit more with a bit more punch, body, and still keeping the top end. And I think you can really push the bass as well. Bass and sub. See, this is nice. Here at the end, the last 4 bars of the drop here, the leads sounded really good. So maybe do the same mixing on the rest of the leads. But yeah, just some mixing, and otherwise it's really beautiful. So yeah, just some mixing to make it sound really, really good, and you'll be good. Jacob, we're almost there. Actually, Ali Isi, if you're still here, Yeah, I'm still gonna have, maybe I'm gonna have some time, maybe not, I don't know. Maybe I'll reopen the submissions. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, very nice. This is cool. Okay, here the bass is saturating on the sides, so be careful with that. Yeah, or actually bass or the melody, but like, yeah, the whole thing is saturating on the sides, and that's probably because it's really, really loud. So yeah, make sure to keep your mix under the 0 dBs. And if it's already mastered, then put a limiter, because yeah, it's too loud, it's saturating. Okay, so here the drop, it feels a bit empty. I think that's because your leads are really, really loud, but the bass not at all. So if you reduce the leads, bring back the bass, I think the mix will sound more balanced. Yeah, the energy is less in the drop, yeah. The leads are also quite dry. Yeah, I was gonna suggest maybe some chords to fill it up a little bit, because it sounds a bit empty. I don't know, try it out, see if it works or not. But I think it'll be a fun one. It'll be a fun one. All right, hangover again. YouTube. Sorry. Amper, didn't you submit something already today? I'm gonna go to someone else just to keep it fair. And if I have time, I'll come back to your second one. But I think you already submitted today. I'm just gonna try and keep it fair so everyone can get their feedback. Hardwell remix. Alright. Yeah, copyright. Here as well is the same. The volume difference is way too much. It needs to be a bit more on the same-ish level, with a bit of dynamic, but not as much. Yeah, leads too loud, yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. Whoa. I think it would sound really good, but there's definitely a there's a problem in your volumes, because it goes from really loud to super quiet, not compressed to over compressed. It's really weird. I think you need to check the dynamics, because there's definitely a problem here. But yeah, as Joey said, the idea is really here. Like I think the vibe is here, and the vocals are really nice. The melody is nice, but yeah, definitely need to fix the dynamics here. Also, it feels really empty in the beginning. Like some parts sounds full, some parts sounds empty. Like this part here and this part here in the beginning sounds empty. So I think for those you can add like chords, like more chords, pads, pianos, synths, whatever fits, ambience, atmospheres, all that to really make it sound full. So it like follows, like link with the build up and the drop. Yeah, and the bass, you need to have like way more bass sub, and also it feels like it's not sidechain enough. So this as well will help. Same for the leads. More sidechain. Yeah, basically that's it. But if you get the mix right, the idea is nice. So it'll be nice. It'll be nice. All right. I'm back. This is released already. Wait, I already saw this, which was released. Oh, this isn't it. Okay, this is different a little bit. Sure. That ARP, I know exactly where it's from.
Sun beats down on a lonely town a couple miles away from you.
Okay, so I heard the vocals, but I think it's off key.
I saved your message on my telephone, hoping it'll get me through. At times my words aren't right, but you know where I am tonight. I'll be flicking through pictures of yesterday.
Go ahead.
Alright.
I have time, go ahead, submit more.
Keep me close to you. This can't be over soon. I know we're falling apart, my darling.
I really like the mix of the vocals, it's really cool, the ambience. But yeah, there's something that sounds off, the chords, the ambiances, there's something that sounds off compared to the vocals, so make sure everything is in key, all your samples, your chords, check all your notes.
But I'll be waiting for you. Keep me close to
Zane, it's open, don't worry, it's open, go ahead.
you. This can't be over soon. I know we're falling apart, my darling. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright, cool. It's interesting. I think it has a lot of potential here, but overall, it sounds really full, but also very messy. I think the mixing needs to it feels like every element is like overpowering each other. So I think by using, you know, all the EQ on each instrument that you have and panning some as well, like using your stereo space, so that each element has their own space, I think it will really help make everything more clean, so that we really know, because right now I really, like, my ear doesn't know what to focus on. Probably because I listened to 30 songs already in an hour and a half, but but still, I think, I think it's just a bit too messy, like a bit too much. So if you really, you know, like also volume levels, so that we know what element is supposed to be the main one and all this. And I think it'll help. But otherwise, I think it's really cool. I think it's the idea is really cool. It's really fun. It definitely has the vibe. So yeah, just keep going. All right. What is that? Oh, okay. Oh, but that's a download thing. Yeah, sorry, I can't do that. Yeah, just send me, Zoro Sharma, just send me like either a DM or a Discord message with like a streaming link so that I can listen to it. I don't want to have to download stuff, but yeah, and I will take a listen after and I can give you feedback. Just send me a streaming link. All right. Zane. All right, Zane, that's your turn then. Oh, so beautiful.
So fast. Wow. Maybe that's the problem. Hit a landslide. Now we're sitting at rock bottom.
Nice little pancake.
Yeah. A heart full of gold has turned vacant. How did our story run out of pages? I can't seem to rewind. Now it's just a ghost of us inside this mind of mine. Hard to find.
Wow.
Now it's a ghost of us. I think that we've lost sight of what we used to be. It's true. We're not what we used to be. We're not what we used to be.
Where's the drop? Man, where's the drop? I was so expecting the drop. I need to hear the drop. Yeah, no, everything sounds really good. The only thing, and yeah, I think everyone got it, it's just the snare roll, your drums in the build-up. They're really dry and loud in the mix, so just bring it back down a little bit, add more reverb a little bit, not too much, because sometimes it can be too much. But yeah, otherwise, sounds really, really good. For now, that's the only thing, that was the snare roll. The vocals are really nice as well. But yeah, we need the drop. We need the drop. Yeah, otherwise I wanted to take another listen, but... Well, you had the drop, but you didn't send it? Let's see.
So divine, we were falling so fast. Maybe that's the problem. Hit a landslide. No.
I think the clock as well that goes like left and right could have a little bit more reverb, if we're picky.
We're sitting at rock bottom. How did we go from lovers to strangers? A heart full of gold has turned vacant.
Maybe the vocals could use a little bit more reverb as well, but this is so beautiful, yeah. Yeah, this is really beautiful.
How did our story
love the bass, Reese.
I can't seem to rewind. Now it's just a ghost of
Nice little movement. Yeah, no, this is really beautiful. Yeah. All right, next. ID from ID. It's interesting. Oh yeah, Zane, where did you get the vocals? That would be nice. Also, I know someone asked where are their track. It was. Oh, did you remove your message? It was Xio something like this. Oh yeah, Xiko maybe. Did you submit with your name as well, or which name did you submit? Because sometimes people have different names, so I don't know. Like they use different names on the chat or on the music, so I don't know who's who. All right, V rewind. I heard that melody before. Where did I hear that melody before? The guitar is nice. Oh. Yeah, right? I've heard it. Alright, so apart from the melody, which, I mean, if you're at the idea stage, I would really advise to change it or run it through Shazam, but I'm pretty sure I heard that almost exact melody before, so yeah, it's probably a Jacko song. No, it's not Fight the Good Fight for sure. It's not Fight the Good Fight. But yeah, I've heard this melody, like maybe 3 notes at the end changed, but I heard this melody, exactly the melody before. So yeah, change it because you might run into a problem if you release it. But yeah, otherwise, except the melody, I think the mix needs work. The drop sounds powerful, but it's a bit messy because there's a lot of frequencies going everywhere. The leads needs a bit reverb. It's a bit dry. There's like a lot of white noise, so if you added, like those crashes, the rides, the white noise and all, reduce that because it's a bit overpowering. If you have the white noise as well, layer in the chords and leads, also reduce that. I think leads could use a bit reverb. I think you need more bass as well and turn down the chords so that they're more balanced. That melody is from Free MIDI packs. Okay, so this reminds me one thing. If it is from a free MIDI packs, maybe it's not, because also sometimes you can create a melody from scratch that already exists because there's only 12 notes or something like this. So it happens. But if you are working with free MIDI packs, it's not bad, but like use it as a starter thing, but change some notes, make some changes, like more changes, because it's too risky to use the exact same melody in a free MIDI pack because someone else will have used it already. So yeah, honestly, I pretty much never use MIDI packs, and if I do use it, I'm gonna change a lot from it. I just use it as a starter thing, for inspiration, but that's it. So yeah. Yeah, Football Legacy has a point. I definitely agree with you. That's why you need to really make it stand out and really different. And yeah. Okay, but other than that as well, clean as well with EQ, clean all your chords, clean all of that, because it's quite low end rumble on the sides. I think here the piano could be a bit less loud and the leads a bit more with a bit more reverb. The piano sounds a bit dry as well. But yeah, focus on all that mixing aspect and hopefully change the melody a little bit more because I think you might be in trouble if you don't. All right. Next, we have Aver. That was surprising. Woo! That's loud. Okay, big room. Love the chords. Oh, the lead is awesome. Okay, so here it was nice to change the lead sound so that it's not too repetitive, but I think it's a bit dry. You could put a bit more reverb. Also, you need bass, like more gritty bass, more aggressive bass. Yeah, some ear candy maybe would help as well, but also, yeah, in your extended mix at the beginning, the kick is way too loud, way too punchy. Yeah. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, I mean that's it. I think it's really cool, really really cool. It'll be a good one. All right.
You're all that I wanted, but this couldn't last. I wish that it would. And now I feel haunted by the ghosts of our past. I wish we were good. I'm lost in emotion, consumed by your love, and I can't escape. My heart is an ocean, but it's not big enough to fix these mistakes. Take me far away from where we both started. All need to go back where we last departed. Somewhere we can put our past behind us. Anywhere we can go anywhere.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, this is really nice. But overall, it feels like everything is like far. So I don't know if you panned it too much reverb. I don't really know why, but everything just sounds far in my headphones. I don't know how to explain. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, it just sounds far. So I would want to hear better everything. Also, you need the drums in your drop here in your chorus. They don't stand out enough. The kick is really weak, and I barely hear the drums. So I would definitely bring back the drums up a little bit more, and maybe reduce the chords Fun one. Okay, yeah, it's not just me. You think it's to stereo as well. Yeah, okay. So maybe that's it. But yeah.
And now I feel haunted by the ghosts of our past.
Sorry.
I wish we were
Here-
good.
Yeah, it's just too far. So bring back a bit everything. Obviously, keep panning stuff because it's good, but not that much. The guitar as well is really dry. I think a bit more reverb would help.
Emotion big enough.
Yeah, vocals are really
Fix
good.
these mistakes. Far away from where we both started. All need.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right. Next up, V Rewind. We already had you. Okay, just a sec. Sorry, who does this? Ok, bon, alors je sais.
Let's go party. Hangover one more time. Aja sare. Hangover one more time. Be a junker. Na koi roke thumk.
Here your drums are way too far away and too quiet, so you need to bring them back as well and up their volume as well.
Na koi toke. Bari 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 गिलास बने. हर सुबह हर शाम बने.
Vocals nice.
Hangover one more time. Hangover one more time. Hangover one more time. Hangover one more time. दारू पीता 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 नॉस्टैल्जिया में जीता पसंद में को हीट जीता जो आंखों में चमकी वो जीता हो ट्रॉफी हो या हो सरीता मैंने देखा तू लश्कारे मारे पसंद में को हीट जीता जो आंखों में चमकी वो जीता हो ट्रॉफी हो या हो सरीता मैंने देखा तू लश्कारे मारे मामा सीता.
I think in this rap part here, if you change a bit more the instrumental and have a bit more of a difference between the two parts, it could be really, really cool between the singing and the rap. I think it could be really, really cool. So I think maybe play with like a bit of a more of a bass, like boom, 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 or something like this, which would go well.
सिंगल वैसे तो काफी है एक्स बल्ब बुझा के मैं करता हूँ फ्लेक्स तू सही में जहर की सीसी है यार वो बाहर खड़ी तेरी दीदी है क्या So you like me Yes sir Come and try me Yes sir Do some toss Yes sir Cause I'm your boss Yes sir
And here goes back.
One more time
Here you should have more of a change in the instrumental to come back to what it was before the rap song, you know, like the rap part, just to have a bit more differentiation between the different parts. I think it would help your song because otherwise it feels very repetitive with this same melody that goes all over. So also, yeah, pause that as well here and there.
Hangover one more time Hangover one more time
Yeah, I think that's all I have for it. All right, next drop. Sorry. Okay, yes, guys, we have the drop of Zayn. We have the drop. Let's go. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's way better. Even the build-up. Sorry. Woo! The only thing here that I'm missing, so the build-up is way better as well. The snare rolls works way better. But the drop is missing bass. I barely hear any bass. So yeah, and the vocals are amazing. Yeah. Yeah, the snare rolls way better. Yeah, I think the drop is just missing bass and a bit more fills. I noticed in this kind of, future bass and all, they have way more little effects and fills in between when you cut, when you have the heavy sidechain. So, yeah. Yeah, really cool. Okay, now I'm satisfied I got the drop. Yeah, no, it's really, really cool. I love what you do. It's really, really nice. I hope the feedback helps to finish it. But yeah, I hope you signed this one. Yeah. Oh, you sent it another version? Are you working on at the same time? Okay, wait. Because we already... Another version, okay. Okay, I'm just checking if there's new people. Okay, here. Because I want to prioritize people that didn't get their feedback yet. And I'll come back to your guys' next version. 4 months ago.
I heard you were feeling lonely, but you don't ever call me. It's pathetic. Oh, I almost gave you my devotions. You were playing my emotions just to get it. Oh, but the truth's so loud. No more secrets now. I'm on overload, ready to explode. Time to call you out, 'cause you messed around. Don't need you no more, no. 'Cause boy, I never really liked you. I've been saying all this shit to spite you.
Hey, Art Nice. You're here. This is awesome. DJ Jelgi, I agree.
I heard you were feeling lonely, but you
This is really cool. This is really, really cool.
never called it. Time to call you out, 'cause you messed around.
Yeah. Okay, so on my notes, it's just, I think there's a few elements that are overpowering the vocals. So the bell that you have,
But
like that one.
just to get it. Oh,
This should be, it's really nice, but it should be a bit less loud. And as well, when the kick and snare enters here,
no more secrets now. I'm on overload.
I think they're a bit too loud, so they should come back down a little bit in the mix. But otherwise, it's really, really fun. Your drop has so much elements. It's really interesting. You're not bored. It sounds good. The bass is amazing. Yeah.
Ready to explode. Time to call you out.
Maybe the leads are a bit too loud on here, but yeah, really, really cool. That's just those little things that I had to say about it, but otherwise it's really, really cool. Really nice. You missed the best part. Sorry, but I can't listen to the whole thing, otherwise I'd be here for a very long time. Yeah, Arnaiz, you're welcome. It's really fun. It's also very different from what I heard. So I feel like it's a good song to have as well because it's different. It changes from everything that we hear already, and I feel like it's a mix between different genres, which is a really good thing to have. So yeah, really really cool. All right, I think that's gonna be it. I think that I'm gonna call it a day because I need to go finish the YouTube video for tomorrow. So if you want a video tomorrow, I need to go finish it today. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining, for sending your songs. It's so inspiring to listen to all of them. It's really nice to see you interact as well and give feedback to each other. Yeah, I hope you liked it, and I will see you tomorrow in the new YouTube video. So yeah. Oh, when will I be back in Instagram? Definitely not in October. I'm taking the whole month off. So I'll normally November, 1st November, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now, I don't miss it. I really like focusing on YouTube and focusing more on YouTube and music. So yeah, I needed to calm down the Instagram algorithm scrolling and all this. So yeah, don't hesitate to do that as well. It's really nice for your mental health. So yeah, but I'll be back. Don't worry. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow.